Oh, yeah. It's Friday, baby. It's Friday.
What is up, folks? Happy Friday! Happy Friday. Welcome to the Morning Zoo. When I get high on speed. For me to fit on my heart and keeps on my heart. All right. Okay. Oh, well, there's that. Morning, Terry. Morning, folks on YouTube. Morning, folks on Twitch. Good morning. Howdy. Top of the morning to you. Oh, man. Howdy, everybody. We got some cool stuff to chat about today. I'm very excited. Happy Friday. We made it through the week. And I will be playing on... Phoebe, I do apologize. Remember when Vince Neil... So far I can't talk this morning. Remember when Vince Neil didn't look like a handbag? Why am I blown out, too, y'all? Do I look like... Am I all blown out? Is my face all... white? Never mind. Okay. Ugh. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? We're playing tonight, folks. We're playing at 7 p.m. Eastern. I'll be playing music right here. I'll be playing and singing. It'll probably sound better than last week. Last week was amazing, though. So that's kind of a hard one to jump up on. But there's not a show this week, I think. There is a show this week. There's not like a theme. Hold on, folks. I need some more of this, very obviously. You should have some, too. Glorious. I have made some improvements over last week. It's no Teletubbies, son, just slightly bright. Great. Great. Oh, man. You have to get out of bed first? That sounds awful. That sounds absolutely horrendous. Here we go. Because I just can't leave the shit alone. You know what I mean? I have to make it a problem. Ugh. Whoa. Yeah, alright, anyway. Usually I have more lights. Moving on. Would I ever try ska for, like, playing? I don't know if I have enough trumpet players that I know. Like, I don't know if I've got enough people I know that do that. I mean, maybe. For tonight, though, it'll be some good stuff. It's just gonna be a pretty chill music stream. Oh, man. But as far as today goes, folks, whole world's on fire. Everyone's lost their minds. It's craziness. Absolutely crazy. Can I TaskRabbit a jazz trio? Those are a lot of words that I'm not really sure what they mean. Folks, there's a very significant sort of determining factor in, I don't know, the loss of innocence of a society, of a group of people, right? When they come to be something they have never been before, when they come to be completely changed, right? Would we recognize a society that was completely changed, bit by bit, piece by piece? Like the ship of Theseus? I don't know. But what I can tell you is that I don't recognize a society where we put Tony Hawk on an HGTV show about renovating a house. Because why the fuck is Tony Hawk on an HGTV show about renovating houses? This is the point at which I'm like, what are we doing here? Why is Tony Hawk doing this? He was hawking supplements. Y'all remember we talked about that? Before the Tua, there was the Hawk, right? The man right here. Tony. Tony the Tiger Hawk. Anthony Frank Hawk. Yeah. Ran out of money. Just like Vanilla Ice. On a side, he just does these weird side quests. He needs a paycheck. What up, Susie? Of all the things you could have said, Tony Hawk was not what you were... Me either. So imagine my surprise when I looked up at the TV and there was Tony. They were, oh, yeah, these drapes. Like, what the... Bro. No, like, it wasn't even a cool house. It wasn't even like a cool house. He was like, what's up, guys? I'm 50. This is my house. Okay. Great. Great. Rest in peace, Harambe. Oh. All right, folks, I found it. I found it. Celebrity IOU, Season 5, Episode 8. What up, Danny? Good morning. The king of skateboarding, Tony Hawk. I'm glad they never started calling him a predator. You know what I mean? Anyway, they should call him the Raptor. Thonius Hawk. Anyway, Tony Hawk teams up with Jonathan and Drew. Are those the Property Brothers? I guess. To carve out the ultimate hangout and workspace for his friend of 10 years. With subtle odes to their love of skateboarding, the team aims to maximize the potential of a small garage. You get all the way to the end. You get all the way to the fucking end. That sounded so cool. Man, what the hell is this? The teams aim to maximize the potential of a small garage. Dude, that was me in my mom's house trying to, like, have a drum set and, like, build guitars and shit. You're Tony Hawk's better 10 years friend. We're building this guy a man cave. No, he's scared of his wife. Oh, yeah. A hangout and workspace. What's the dude work on? Zach Braff is involved with it? I don't even know who that is. Phoebe, I don't know. Would you know Tony Hawk? If you was, Shelly, you're not a computer, are you? Mods, do we have a... If you saw Thonius Hawk... Tony just doesn't... It sounds like it should be short for something that's not Anthony. Like, tall... I don't know. Tall man. Alright, here we go, folks. There's a poll coming. A 2-minute poll. If you saw Tony Hawk, would you know him? Like, would you know who he was? Not for 1 second. Phoebe's like, nope, he could come up and stab me in the head, tell me he is in fact the man Tony Hawk, and you'd be like, I'm not sure. Scrubs in that movie Garden State with Natalie Portman. Well, then get Natalie Portman on here. Fuck. Tony Tallman? What's up, my name's Tony Skateboards. Tony Tubular? Yeah, Zach Braff, huh? Wow, that guy. Alright. Holy smokes, bud. Grow your hair out. Oof. My man's got a... He looks a lot like Tony Hawk. Well, you know who else looks like Tony Hawk? Tony Hawk. And that's most of the problem. Is it apparently... So for those of you who are not chronically online or were not raised with the man's tonus, okay. In all fairness, I played a lot of the Tony Hawk video games as a kid, and I've like seen a lot of him doing stuff. So I would absolutely be like, this is Tony Hawk. Why are you in Atlanta? Don't you have somewhere better to be that's nicer and stuff? Like, hi and bye. But we... Danny, always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. So Tony Hawk has a reputation for looking like Tony Hawk, in that people will come up to him and go, hey, you look like Tony Hawk. And he'll be like, whoa, that's weird. Crazy. They'd be like, man, you look just like him. You look just like people get... It's become a thing, but before it was a thing, it was an honest mistake that people were making a couple of times. Yep. Yeah, he's one of these I get it all the time probably kind of guys. Like at a skateboard show. Oh, yo, you look like Tony Hawk. Crazy. Wow. Hey, this guy that looks like Tony Hawk came into the skateboard store that nobody knows about. Oh, man. Which is fun. So sometimes the dude, like, I don't know. He needs to lean into it like John Cena does. Because we need somebody much more respectable than John Cena out there with a weird can't-see-me gimmick. Ugh. Let's talk about the skateboards and overhead storage. Let me see if I can find that one, because that's a good one. But if memory serves... He was assisting with somebody getting, like, their Yep, here we go, folks. Cena's also a major douche, in your opinion. Actually, in everybody's opinion. So Tony Hawk, folks, posted this. You always heard John Cena was nice. I'm sure John Cena looks out for him, John Cena. But he's one of these white guys that won't roll on his friends, I think. Or else Vince would probably be in jail already. I digress, folks. From the man's X account, formerly known as Twitter. Quote, John Cena is cordial. Great. John Cena looks after John Cena. Flight attendant checking overhead bins sees 4 skateboards. Him jokingly. Is Tony Hawk on this flight or something? Looks down, sees me. Him. I guess he is. It's just the kind of stuff that you get when, I don't know, you were the face of a giant movement that has not gone away, certainly. You know, people still skateboard and stuff, but it's not quite what it was at its heyday in the early aughts. You know, when there was a lot of, when Alien Ant Farm was doing their thing. So, John Cena is a huge douche. All right, Susan, I trust your opinion on that one. Most of these folks are. I mean, I am. Has anyone told you look like Jennifer Garner? She said, no, you never heard that before. I love that. I love that. Folks, I promise to only do that to you like once. Hey, you look like a guy from TikTok. A tick what now? Alien Ant Farm. You once saw that Ron Atkinson was told to look like Mr. Bean. That's a good time. That's a good time. When you were the best in the world, that's something that people just don't care about nearly as much anymore. It's crazy. Glad you hear my voice again. You're confused by the twang in my speaking voice. Twang. Talking about Mr. Hawk. Mr. Tony. Tony Hawk flips for a friend. Andy Garcia honors a departed friend. What in the hell? Oh, Rob Lowe's brat build. What the fuck? Rob Lowe joins forces with Jonathan and Drew to level up the home of his dear friend and assistant of 27 years. Although she's made a few home improvements, Rob looks to deliver the stylish and functional kitchen and living areas she's always wanted. Sarah Silverman links up with Jonathan and Drew. Why, man? These people know exactly what they're doing. To sneak in a renovation for her best friend. Sarah brings the jokes and jackhammer to give a refresh to the living spaces in her friend's dark and dated townhome. Oh, well, there's that. All right. Mr. Bean is still huge, and he should get the respect he deserves. No, not twang dialect. The voice quality of my voice when I was talking about Mr. Tony Hawk. Rob Lowe dated a 17-year-old. Okay. 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 So Tony Hawk was on an HGTV show. That was our first. We're finally through our first note, a half hour into this. I saw a sign for something I didn't think existed anymore. I saw a sign for something I thought was surely gone forever. But I guess nothing is truly gone, right? Folks, the Ringling Circus is back. The greatest show on earth, quote. They've rebranded and they don't have animals or whatever. But Chinese people still eat it up. Yeah, Phoebe, and over here, people don't like nuance and quiet and silence. They like to be loud, and they like shit like, laugh now, the funny is now. They love that shit. And people don't watch stuff. They watch stuff to be told how to react. It's kind of annoying. So, the circus is back in town, folks, and I thought these people had fucked off. I really thought the Ringling Brothers had gone and done something else, but I guess you really can't. At some point. Careers? Oh, for sure. What's the career field looking like? What? What is this Moana ripoff? Hold on. What is... So, Feld Entertainment. Felden Entertainment. What? Wait, hold on. Do they just rip off Disney properties now? Because here's Cinderella. There's Cinderella in a carriage. What the hell? Oh, that might be other things that they do besides the circus, I guess? Okay, never mind. So the circus is still its own thing. Cool. And it still claims to be the greatest show on earth. Which is like, okay. Are we done? Can we be done with the hyperbole at some point? The greatest show this side of the, Mars. What? Where's Elon? So, the show. Let's see what the show is about these days. Because I see, the other thing we get in Atlanta a lot is Shen Yun, which I am very suspicious of. And please, not because of where it's from, of how it's marketed. As a marketing professional, something about that does not pass the sniff test. And it's a little bit more than like a cultural thing. We'll get to that at some point. I need to figure out what's going on with Shen Yun, because they keep coming back. The world's tallest unicycle? I might pay money to see that. Well, okay, so maybe we consider the fact that they did away with the animals. But they're actually sort of, like... I don't know, they brought other shit. I don't know. I would probably pay money to watch some asshole ride a 34-foot... unicycle. A fucking 34-foot unicycle? I mean, probably. World-renowned unicyclist Wesley Williams. Great. The crisscross flying trapeze, folks, they've got stunt bikes. They've got the double wheel of destiny. The human rocket. There are laughs for the whole family. There's a comedic trio from Ukraine doing physical comedy. Huh. Leading the audience from a basket of playing laughs for six area and knick-knack. 3 of the versatile and talented show gods. What the hell? Oh, no! No, they've got a robot! Folks, no, they've got a robot! Okay. Introducing Bailey, a robotic quadruped. It's one of those creepy robot dogs. Soon to be new and adorable best friend. A true part of the cast, Bailey will be spotted around the arena floor getting into mischief and having fun with knick-knack before joining the full cast in dynamic choreography. I don't think there are any, like, true clowns anymore. I mean, if there are any, you can send me a DM with your face paint. Ringling the show. Well, I'm all for it, folks. It was coming to Atlanta, and I saw an ad for it, and I thought to myself, what the hell? I hadn't heard about it in a long time. I think I went to the circus as a kid, like, once. There was a very weird time, and everybody thinks that, like, the time they grew up in is a weird time. So let me tell you about why I think mine is. There was this sort of a bridging of gap of like old school social like things that people would do, and then suddenly everybody became independent and reclusive, and nobody left their house. You know what I mean? So I was growing up when people were still like, yo, the circus is good, let's go to the circus. Like in kindergarten or whatever. But stuff like that faded out pretty quick. It seems like the general populace didn't really take well to it. I mean, they had their issues with all the mistreatment of animals and things. But like, I don't know. The fair is still a big deal in a lot of places. The social contract has changed. And the circus is in town is not really a relevant thing that people say anymore. I don't know. People are recluses now? I mean, not to act like I'm better than anyone, but for... Oh, man. Anyway, I just think about this sometimes. Like, if you watch the movie A Christmas Story, A Christmas Story, yeah, with Ralphie or whatever. Like, that's not set terribly long ago, and for having such a modern feel, I get on this rant every week, so I'm gonna stop and move on in just a second. But like, the fixtures and things in that house look dated as fuck, and I can just barely remember seeing things that looked like pieces from that era, like the 40s and 50s. But looking back at it now, it looks like they live in like the Stone Age. Like, I don't mean to be weird about it, but so much has changed in so short a time, and I don't think anybody really realizes that sometimes. You know what I mean? The agriculture fair? I'm about it. You don't have to leave the house to have a social interaction anymore. Oh yeah, but also there's not, like, hopefully, a giant machine smoking in your basement. Like, hopefully not. It's just crazy. Anyway. You know. Times change, people are weird. There we go. No real new news there. Folks, Dunkin' Donuts. You know I love doing this shit. New news? I don't think I have any... Isn't that an animal? Yes. A type of antelope native to Africa, also known as a wildebeest. Sorry, y'all, my brain works literally all the time. Fall head...
Fall head over heels for Duncan this Valentine's Day. Love is in the air, and Duncan is celebrating with a return of seasonal favorite.
Alright. Love is in the air, and Duncan Circle R is celebrating the return of seasonal favorites in honor of the sweetest day of the year, folks. Is Valentine's Day the sweetest day of the year? No, it's Mother's Day. Valentine's Day is not the sweetest day of the year. Beginning Wednesday, January 29th, not but 2 days ago, my friends, Duncan is rolling out the pink carpet. Duncan is rolling out the pink carpet for Valentine's Day nationwide, with two heart-shaped fan favorites making a comeback. Is a pink carpet match the drapes? Duncan fans will fall in love all over again with the Cupid's Choice Specialty Donut. It's super bold on the screen. It's like hard to read. Filled with Bavarian cream, that's with a K, there's no dairy in there, and topped with strawberry-flavored icing and festive sprinkles. And the Brownie Batter Specialty Donut, filled with chocolatey brownie batter-flavored buttercream, and topped with chocolate icing and Valentine's Day sprinkles. It's the same shit they have every time, every year. I wish they'd bring back the cookie dough donut. Didn't they do that one time? That was amazing. Did they taste good, though? They taste like chocolate and sugar and a donut. Through February 18th, all your favorite filled donuts, including Boston cream and jelly, will come in a festive heart-shaped shell. What's up, Jasmine? Good morning. While any donut typically topped with sprinkles such as chocolate frosted and strawberry frosted, along with our Munchkins Donut Hole treats, will be adorned with pink, white, and red heart sprinkles. And that's not all! To continue spreading love this season, Dunkin' is teaming up with New York artist and muralist Corey Page Designs to introduce a limited edition Valentine's Day capsule collection. Designs for those that wear their heart on their donut on their sleeves. It doesn't really look that good. Yeah, you know what I mean? Oh, wait, no, that's something else. This is unrelated to the pink and purple heart. Oh, no, that's the tumblers. Okay. Yeah, well. Capsule collection. It's everybody's like, oh, we did a time capsule. We're unsealing a capsule of shit you can buy. It's another capitalist capsule, folks. Fucking nothing to see here. As long as you get Reese's peanut butter cups, you're good. The hell? In a donut or just in, like, for Valentine's Day? Y'all celebrate Valentine's Day? Isn't it? It's in like 2 weeks. My birthday is next week, y'all. Oh! A fashion designer creates a small specialty. It's when somebody does the bare-ass minimum in a brand, thinks it's amazing. Aldi's doing a Taste of America? Such a random selection. Oh, hold on. That sounds fun to look into. Aldi, Taste of America. No! I can't get in. I can't get to the website. Because it's the .uk. It's the British English one. Big night in, Taste of America. And they won't let me out of the site. Got blocked by the... This request was blocked by our security service? Aldi, what the fuck is going on with your website? Please refresh this page in a few moments. We're taking delivery of some fresh content. Get out of my face. There's nowhere to navigate to. What a terrible experience. This is a god-awful user experience. Yo, Miso, that's badass. I like that. You'll be at a con this year? Which one are you going to? No Yanks allowed? Great. Good. Gatekeep your shitty American food. All I saw on that list before I, whatever, was marshmallow fluff, so it's whatever. And he got it for you. What's this? You had an anniversary card from an ex on the mantle, and then it got rebranded for Valentine's Day, but same design. And he got it for you. What the hell? That sounds awful. Alright, folks. How do I view this page somewhere else? Oh, where do I see this? How do I get into this website? Happy VD. That's nice. So, all I'm seeing is marshmallows. Marshmallow fluff. Strawberry marshmallow fluff. I've never seen that in my life, actually. Fluff strawberry flavor marshmallow. Great. And what else do they have? A bunch of cheese and shit? That's amazing. That sounds absolutely vile. That's the move, man. Yeah, take your girlfriend for lunch and take your wife out for dinner. A perfect plan. One time I talked to a gentleman in a Waffle House who was going to be taking his girlfriend and his baby mama on a picnic at the same time. And I said, my friend, if you can pull that off, God bless you. Whooped pies. I'll whoop your pie. Cosmic brownies, taco kits that look like dog food. Hey, that's actually kind of funny. Why someone set themselves up like that? Because, I don't know, there are lots of different kinds of relationships in this world. And people that work at Waffle House do reckless shit sometimes. I don't know. Those are great people. Fascinating. Fascinating. Oh, man. Your dance studio is having a party? That seems pretty slick. Valentine's Day dance party? For sure. Em, have you seen a, like, what's a non-depressing... Sloppy Joe? I'm still pissed I can't get into this. As long as you can be both the girlfriend and the wife. There we go. Oh, man. You're only one wig away from complete anonymity. Alright, why can't I get into this shit? It's insane. This is just... now I'm frustrated. I'm an American, damn it! I should be allowed everywhere. Sloppy Joes are delicious. Not saying they're not, but, like... I would like to see why it looks disappointing, but I'm not allowed to because, you know... American internet is scary. It comes with viruses. Powered by Imperva. Great. Like, I can't get back to the Aldi homepage from this. It's just a shitty site. Just an ass site. Terrible. What's up, Cameron? How's it going? I'm telling people how bad the Aldi food is. The American section, European grocery stores always makes you laugh. Alex, what's the funniest thing you've seen? Make the homemade and not from a can. Homemade what? Sloppy Joes? That's not the way that's not the American way, man. You buy that shit in a can, you put it directly on the bread. Aldi food is gross anyway. What a sweeping generalization. Aldi food is gross because Aldi gets their food from somewhere the regular people don't. Hobbits, what's the deal with that? From whence comes your bias against Aldi in their food? And do they have demonstrably poorer quality food in some places in the world? Or are we just saying things? Curls, you know what that tells me then? That while I respect your opinion, and I love to hear it, it's not terribly relevant here, is it? Not yet. There's like weird sounds in the background of this. You have to go back through your pictures? Excellent. I bet Kitty's seen some wild shit. Oh, man. Was that all of the Valentine's Day shit? Yeah. After Sabrina's brown sugar shaken espresso. Good old times. Sitting around, you Googled Aldi American Week and came to the site called Kitchen. Its lower quality stuff isn't cheap enough to justify it. I'll let you all fight that out. I can generally split the world into two groups of people, folks. In fact, the world is split pretty seamlessly into two kinds of people. People that look like me and have purity and love in their hearts and things like that. And then there are people who eat those fucking nasty cookies they sell at the grocery store, the crumbly ones with that shitty icing on top. They make your teeth hurt. They suck. They're awful. They don't taste like anything. They fall apart in your fucking hand. And I hope none of you likes those blasphemous ass cookies. They're terrible. And anybody who likes those, I hope your day's full of them. I hope you get so many of those goddamn cookies that you don't know what to do with yourself. I hope. Oh. They turn to paste in your mouth. It's disgusting. They leave the worst, like, feel in your mouth. Those cookies are fucking gross. Ew. You know, like one at a time? Cameron, scale that back to 0 ever. They're disgusting. So gross. Hard cookies? Not even. Not even. They're disgusting. They're nasty. And we all know what I'm talking about because we're all of pure heart in here. We are all good, God-fearing peoples of this world. And we got to get these fucking things out of the grocery store. And these people who are like, oh, I love them. I eat them all the time. Oh, you're weird for not liking those. Great, eat 6 of them. They were just always so sweet to me. Like, everything else aside, it's like, yep, Cameron. You take it and you nibble. You can break off little pieces and you leave crumbs all over somebody's house. Fuck them. If they're gonna serve those shitty cookies, I'm gonna leave crumbs all over your house. Please. Are they the ones that last for literal months because it's just chemicals with sugar? I mean, most American feed is chemicals with sugar. Most American food is chemicals with sugar. This is the soapbox to die on, apparently. Yeah, and I'm willing to take a few MFers out with me. So, these cookies are disgusting. Yeah, Chef, they show up talking about, yeah, I made these. What? Hey. Cookie crumbs trail. Not even a trail. Am I talking about wafer cookies? No, Amanda. Wafer cookies are amazing. I'm talking about, I don't know what giving those tickets is a Christmas gift. That was Granny is hitting the club tonight. Yo, hell yeah. Thoughts and prayers? Yo, put some sparkly on. Go out and flaunt the shit. That sounds phenomenal. The Loft House cookies, is that what those are called? Is that the people responsible for everything I hate? It starts at midnight? I might start praying again. Jesus, man. Shit that starts at midnight. Loft House cookies. Oh, these aren't even... This is like the style of cookie? I thought this was the brand name. Loft House cookies. Oh, God. Yeah, so anyway, if you don't know what these are, they're Loft House cookies. They're disgusting. But I guess now I have to come up with a picture somewhere. You can get 2 of them at Kroger for $1.50. You want to see some insane packaging waste? If this doesn't crash my entire computer. Kleenex situation? What the hell? White sugar cookies? They make them for every store, though. Probably. This is trying to crash my computer to save the image. So, there we go. Heyo. Gotta love it. That's the first clue if they're bad, that it tried to, what? Shut my computer down when I saved a picture? Alright, let me make sure there's not a picture of my Johnson up here on the big board before we get up there. There we go. Folks, I present to you one of the goddamn worst things I've ever had in my life. They get some allure when you're a kid. Man, that's a nice thick cookie. Look at that. Wow, that's got stuff on it. And then you put it in your mouth, and it's like... Crumbly bullshit. Crumbly bullshit. Folks, crumbly bullshit. The price and the packaging, so much waste. So much fucking waste, man. $1.50 for this shit. Absolutely disgusting. These shitty little sprinkles. Look at these little turds. It's like a pebble. Each one of these, aquarium gravel. Aquarium gravel, folks. You've only seen them in 12 packs. Yeah, well, now you can buy them 2 at a time because for some fucking reason. But look at the lip on that shit, man. You see how thick that icing is? There's almost as much icing as there is goddamn cookie. You realize they were controversial? That depends who you ask. Delicious. They're certainly not delicious. They're fucking disgusting. Yeah, then you get your strawberry paste on here, and then this, whatever the fuck this is. The cookie's held together with the goodwill of the federal government. Like, it falls apart in your goddamn hand. That's why there's this little deep set, inset thing here. So you can eat all this shit with a spoon when it inevitably breaks into a million tiny pieces when you're trying to open this. That is a kid cookie because of the bright coloring. Well, people try to still get me to eat them. More crumbly than a granola bar? Not as crumbly as the Nature Valley granola bars. Those are a cut above the a cut above the rest. Those are a crumb above the rest. Yeah, Chef, that's the real. That's where we're getting to the non-Newtonian physics. Like why is shit? Why do these? Why, it doesn't taste like. Nothing on this cookie tastes like what it purports to be. Anyway, you assume they were soft and chewy? If you get to them quick enough, sure. If they're open for more than 30 seconds, you may as well build a house. Safe from me. I'll huff and puff, man. No wolf's blowing those down. Not a single one. You've only ever had them soft? I recommend trying one hard. Thus the loft part of the name. Are they soft? No, they're loft. But what does that mean? Somebody left him in the loft. So are they soft? No, they're hard. They're stale. They're disgusting. They're gnarly. They're so gross. So gross. You've had a cookie and a coffee as a treat, about to go on a winter sunset walk with the puppers? God, that sounds so good. That sounds so nice. That sounds very good. They taste like paper. There we go, Sandy. Your chocolate rice cake? Chocolate rice cakes are pretty good. A sinkhole swallowed a truck driver in Japan. It's expanding and residents are worried. Over here, this is one of those kinds of things that would be sold as like a... For those of you who work in tech or tech adjacent, or work with people who build or develop software or literally anything, the fact that it's like... It's not a bug, it's a feature. Like, if you're, that's how this would be sold in the United States. Japanese authorities have asked, you got some picture, didn't happen. Have asked hundreds of residents near Tokyo to evacuate as a sinkhole at an intersection grew to more than 40 meters wide, hampering rescuers racing to reach an elderly truck driver whose vehicle was swallowed by the hole. On Tuesday, part of a road intersection in Saitama Prefecture, about 18 miles north of Japan's capital, opened up, swallowing a 3-ton truck and its driver, a 74-year-old man, prompting a rescue mission now in its 4th day. The pit has expanded to 40 meters wide, 4 times its width when it first appeared. The inside is gouging and it's getting bigger every day. An official from the Sewage Works Division said, rescuers have used cranes to lift part of the truck out of the hole and have sent drones underground, but have not been able to communicate with the truck driver since Tuesday. Blue, I'm all about it. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Thank you for sharing that. Authorities believe that corroded sewer pipes may have caused the earth to fall in. Leaking wastewater may have further eroded the surrounding soil, widening the chasm. 200 households have been asked to evacuate from the area since Tuesday. Local authorities also asked 1.2 million residents to refrain from bathing and doing laundry in a bid to cut down on wastewater, which could further complicate rescue efforts in the fragile area. Oh, God. The sudden opening of the earth has sparked fears among some in the densely populated region about the labyrinth of aging pipes beneath their homes and businesses. I live close to the area, and I've been watching all the news footage. The moment the hole widens was really scary, said one user on social media platform X. That's crazy. There's 39 million people in Saitama and 6 other prefectures that are having emergency inspections of similar sewer pipes at the moment. Craziness, man. That's nuts. I hope they get that shit fixed up. But that sounds like it may be indicative of a much bigger problem, which is kind of wild. It's never just the sinkhole, folks. Never just a sinkhole. Ugh. Oh, yo, the Fire Age show happened. Sinkhole is the messenger? Great. Great. What the hell? Gwen Stefani was there. Stars including Billie Eilish, Pink, Katy Perry, Nirvana, and Dr. Dre performed at Fire Aid. Actor Billy Crystal welcomed the crowd at the Kia Forum wearing clothes he had on when he escaped his Pacific Palisades fire earlier. Jesus Christ. Holy fuck. I'm all about it, man. I like it when people come to... What about Helene victims? What do you mean, what about Helene victims? What about them? Curls? We're about to... You watched until the rappers came on. Oh my god, Maggie. Oh, Billie Eilish performed with Green Day. As long as they, like... they did some good, huh? Great. Fuck. It's just... Okay. I hope they all had fun. But who the hell was playing in Nirvana? What's the Nirvana lineup? Why is that not... The surviving members are not Dave Grohl, Chris Novoselic, and Pat Smear took the stage and performed a few of their legendary hits, backed up by 4 different singers, which I think, Maggie, somebody said that. Somebody had mentioned there were 4 singers. The first to join was 3-time Grammy winner St. Vincent, with whom Nirvana played an energetic version of Breed. Interesting. Let's see. St. Vincent, Kim Gordon, and Joan Jett. Yo, they had Joan Jett on playing with the Nirvana people. That's very cool. That's very cool. Huh. As the band readied its last song, Novoselic walked to the mic and introduced Violet Grohl, the drummer's 18-year-old daughter. A novelty to be sure, but when they launched into the opening chords of All Apologies, it became something else entirely. What does she play? The younger Grohl eased into a hypnotic version of the now classic tunes she was singing. Sings lead as Kim Gordon plays bass. Holy shit, man. The teen has played with the band in the past. That's super cool. That's super cool. Oh, that's so much fun. I hope they both had a great time. That's a crazy father-daughter experience to be on stage, like, repping Nirvana at the same time. Jesus, man. Holy smokes. That's so good. It has been said also that Dave Grohl has the heaviest foot in rock and roll. The man hits the drums so fucking hard, and he's just stomping on the kick pedal. Ugh. I'm gonna have to look up with that. I'm gonna have to look that up and take a watch. Because that's super cool. That's super cool. Yeah, I hope they raised a good amount of money. I hope they raised a decent amount. Curls, you never followed up. We can play the whataboutism game if you want. I just like it when people do good things for other people. Why are we getting a Little House on the Prairie reboot? Speaking of shit that just isn't maybe relevant anymore, is Little House on the Prairie still a very relevant piece of media? Pause what? Your opinions are too much to type. Nah, Curls, that's whataboutism. We can help people without saying, well, why aren't you helping everybody? Because that's just bad logic. It doesn't make any sense. It's not a pie. Yeah, all right, so a reboot of Little House on the Prairie is coming for some reason. I don't even know how to spell prairie. But, like... The 19th century Ingalls family is getting a 21st century TV life. Netflix has ordered a Little House on the Prairie series 40 plus years after a long-running adaptation of Laura Ingalls Wilder's beloved books aired its last episode on NBC. The new version comes from showrunner Rebecca Sonneschein, who did The Boys and The Vampire Diaries. Little House on the Prairie has captured the hearts and imaginations of so many fans around the world. I couldn't tell you the first thing about this show. Perhaps there is a small house. Maybe they live in an area like a prairie? I don't know. We're excited to share its enduring themes of hope and optimism with a fresh take on the iconic story. Oh, boy. Rebecca's vision threads the needle with an emotional depth that will delight both new and existing fans of this beloved classic. The new take on Little House on the Prairie, on Little House, will be, per Netflix, part hopeful American drama, part epic survival tale, and part origin story of the American West. Propaganda, folks. That's what that is. Will serve up a kaleidoscopic view of the struggles and triumphs of those who shaped the frontier. Like, it has been a long-held dream of mine to carry on my father's legacy. Who the hell is this? The original series, which streams on Peacock, remains popular. Nielsen said in its year-end streaming release that the U.S. viewers watched more than 13 billion minutes of Little House on the Prairie in 2024. Who the fuck is watching this? Who is watching 13 billion minutes? Who's got 13 billion minutes to spare? Little House on the Prairie. Little House on the Prairie. Why not? Why not just, nothing new. No new ideas, folks. None. Zero. Hey, but what if I just remade that thing that I liked when I was a kid? Oh, boy. Did they mention the book? Oh, yeah, they mentioned the books all over the place. Allegedly, this will be some kind of faithful 21st century adaptation, which those things never seem to end up well. There's going to be weird continuity errors. Just make something fucking new, man. Berg, yes. They ran out of ideas a few years ago, actually. I would say... Well, it's kind of fun. I don't know. It seems like a lot of this shit started in... correct me if I'm wrong here, but several years ago, we started having more strikes amongst people who create this stuff, who want to be paid for creating it. And they stopped, really paying people to come up with stuff. I don't know. The value in the media economy right now is in IP. It's in the intellectual property, not in, like, new stuff. Everybody just wants to collect all the IP they can and adapt it to themselves. New ideas or not, I hate it, but, like, people wanted to get paid for the work, and they said, great, now you don't get to work. We'll just spoon feed you Little House on the Prairie until the end of time. We can find somebody who wants to adapt that all day long. I don't know. As an American consumer in the year of our Lord 2025, something about Little House on the Prairie just doesn't feel all that relevant at the moment. I don't know. Little shack in the Appalachians? Like, there are different struggles and things now. We can make a show about those struggles. I would love to see Dark and Gritty Enough. What new take can they bring to the story? I've never seen the original. So I am uninformed here and speaking from a place of ignorance, which is not terribly responsible, but that's kind of what I do here just to rile folks up. But I'm thinking, like, if they're talking about, you know, the Old West and how people got it and stuff, like, I don't know, folks, we have people trying to reclaim parts of this country right now and facing uphill battles against an opioid crisis, against overbearing small government, against their fucking neighbors. Like, we've got cool stuff. Or not cool stuff, we've got, like, new themes, but people just want to pretend like we're all dealing with the same issue we were dealing with in 1950. And it's just not true, or whenever the fuck this is set. I don't even know when this shit is set, the 1800s? That would be even more sad, to be honest. If people were, you know, back in my day, with a little house on the prairie. Motherfucker, that was 200 years ago. Thereabouts. So, like, maybe that's not what we should be, like, idolizing at the moment. When did we stop looking forward as a country? When did we stop looking forward as people? Yeah, we are rehashing the civil rights movement. Yeah, it's insane. 1860s, 1870s. I mean, folks, I'll make a joke out of saying I was born in the late 1900s, but if you're hearkening back to some shit that happened in the 1860s, please check yourself. Like, please check yourself and the media you're consuming. I swear there is new, better, relevant content. But the people who need to hear that message will never hear that. Miso, I would love to see, I don't know, a modern adaptation of that would be cool. Because it sounds like, overall, there's something very broad there that a lot of people connect with. And it could be the material, it could be the struggles, it could be the time frame. But I feel like we can keep those same things and keep looking forward. But there's a disconnect. People don't want to accept, like, that issues are happening right now. That people have these problems. Or that they deserve help. And what does Little House on the Prairie do? Well, it tries to get you to have an emotional response, probably, for these people and their situations. People are afraid to feel towards people they interact with on a day-to-day basis. But people born in the 1860s are very easy to feel about. So I guess what I'm saying is, I don't know how to tell you, but we should care about everybody. And be willing to tell stories that are uncomfortable and are indicative of negative things happening in this country, instead of shying away from them and pretending like we're all still trying to colonize the West. Anyway. I don't know, folks. This place is still a real country. It's all a distraction anyway. Curls, come on. You're being a little... You get the bad logic and some conspiracy. What's a distraction from, Curls? What is Little House on the Prairie reboot a distraction from, specifically? Curls, you're getting 90% ribbing at the moment, but I'm genuinely curious if you have an answer for that. Oh, man. Anyway. Enough about Little House on the... Maybe I need to watch it. Maybe I'll watch it. That one priest who tried... What's really going on around us? Okay, Curls. Great, thank you. That was about as non-specific as it gets, but I appreciate that. If everything is a distraction, then what's actually going on? And don't tell me the government controlling people, because, yes, that's literally how this works. Jesus. Alright, so the priest who did the Elon Musk salute, the priest who got up and did a Nazi salute The priest who got up and did Elon Musk's Nazi salute. Sorry that made anyone uncomfortable. The man got up there and did a Nazi salute twice in front of the entire country and directly to his dear leader. So, yep, the one that got defrocked. He said, nope. Folks, I despise the church in all its forms. Except for the purest, where there are people out of the goodness of their hearts helping their own communities. There's value there, but it often gets lost. Michigan priest defrocked after making apparent Nazi salute at an anti-abortion summit. This is from The Guardian, folks. So, for a second, I thought that might be a true fact, and I was like, that would be fascinating. A Michigan priest with the Anglican Catholic Church has been removed from his position for making what appears to be a Nazi salute. Calvin Robinson, who held the title of priest in charge at St. Paul's Anglican Catholic Church in Grand Rapids, Michigan, performed the gesture at the end of a January 25th speech at the National Pro-Life Summit in Washington, D.C. The priest appeared to quote Elon Musk, saying, "My heart goes out to you," before mimicking his straight arm motion. According to a statement on the Anglican Catholic Church's website, Robinson's license in the church was subsequently revoked, and he will no longer serve as a priest. We believe that those who mimic the Nazi salute, even as a joke or an attempt to troll their opponents, trivialize the horror of the Holocaust and diminish the sacrifice of those who fought against its perpetrators. The statement reads, "Such actions are harmful, divisive, and contrary to the tenets of Christian charity." That's an excellent statement. That is an excellent statement. Robinson posted a statement on his Facebook page on Wednesday defending the gesture as a joke in mockery of the hysterical liberals who called Elon Musk a Nazi for quite clearly showing the audience his heart was with them. For the record, in case it needs saying, I'm not a Nazi. Y'all know why it needs saying? In case it needed saying, it did need saying. Bro, you did a Nazi salute. That makes you a Nazi. That is how that works, like, specifically. So thank you for that clarification, but you are in fact one. You cannot get up there and do that shit and then say, but that... Hey, I was just trolling, guys. I don't really believe it. Okay. I mean, that's fine, but I don't tell the difference between the people who don't believe it and the ones who do and kill people. I don't differentiate between those two particular brands of person. Right? Oh, there I go dehumanizing people. I suppose I'm just as bad. Well, there's good folks on each, there's not good folks on that side, folks. Immediately after a video of the incident went viral, comparisons to Elon Musk's apparent fascist gesture at Trump's inauguration were made. Great. Oh, this is great. He went on to describe... This is the priest again, trying to fucking get this shit. He went on to describe his attempt at humor as being dry wit in that typical British way. Brits, Brits. Hey, Brits. Y'all giving a little wry smile and a Nazi salute to each other? Oh, man. Oh, Harry. Oh, he's a silly goose. And that the gesture was not a joke at the expense of World War II, nor an admission of my membership in the Nationalist Socialist Party. That would be an incredibly ignorant and bad faith assumption to make. You're coming from the asshole who did a Nazi salute? That's actually, no. What we do is we follow the evidence from you making a Nazi salute, and then, you know what I mean? It's crazy. Schrodinger's white nationalism. Musk went on to make jokes about the gesture and Nazism on his social media platform X that many found in poor taste. Last week, Musk made a surprise appearance at a German far-right rally where he encouraged people to, quote, move beyond the guilt of past actions. Who knew what he could be referring to? Who knew? Yeah, but Wordy Brat, why is there a scenario where this can happen? Because they've got... If there is a German far-right rally, there are maybe not enough people who think that's a bad idea. Because it's happening. It's good to be proud of German culture, German values, and not to lose that in some sort of multiculturalism that dilutes everything. Oh, boy. He said the same thing about the Italians. And that's kind of interesting, isn't it? Oh, those aren't connected. That's not... Wait a second. I don't know. There was one of these, I don't know, these like... What do they call that limp-ass noodle? A Mussolini? Yeah, that short fucking limp noodle. Yeah. Gotta love a Mussolini. Yeah, Madison. And the thing is, folks, the thing is, like, at this point, we can all sit here and say, wait, that's illegal. Wait, Hitler said the same thing. Wait, Hitler did the same thing. Wait, Hitler was doing the same thing. Hey, they're doing what Hitler did. And if nobody gives a fuck, and no one does anything, nothing changes. So, I spend a lot of time thinking about what I can actually do to enact change in a world that is vehemently against it. Like, laws are irrelevant. Who's going to stop him, right? Anyway. Craziness. My money's on Bernie Sanders, for the record. And the people holding these motherfuckers to task. I digress. I know we all probably in here fall similarly in a, politically. Whether or not we think any of the candidates are handsome to look at. But, like, I don't know, man. It sucks to look around and it's just like incompetence everywhere, and fear and division and bullshit and nonsense. So I'm here trying to do my part. Curls, I hope your class goes well. Study up. Pay attention. Get yourself some caffeine on the way. That's where the tingling clowns went? What the fuck is a tingling clown? I don't know, folks. The idea is just, you can't engage with people who engage you in bad faith. What do you mean, and then there's Canada, Clark? Tell me, what the fuck is up? What's up with Canada? Oh, the Ringling Bros. There we go. The Ringling Clowns went. The tingling clowns. It's like, what are they doing, like hard drugs? Why are they tingling? Are they carbonated clowns? His nose is gonna pop. That'd be funny as hell. The New York Times article about how the first signs of tyranny, terrifying. Well, we had the outgoing president warn everybody about oligarchies and fascism and stuff. But like, come on, could that really happen in the world? Yes, folks. I don't know. Like, stick with me here, because this is kind of a tough thing to phrase. And it's why it's important that we expose people to stuff. We have, in the United States, a culture, particularly in, like, entertainment, where the good guy wins. The good guy wins unless the good guy's not supposed to win, because we're all on the same page that, like, the good guy didn't win because people are getting another different payoff somehow. But it really ends with people getting what they want. And most of our media narratives follow that. Like, the good guy wins at the end. So, people don't really have a reference for when bad people are really doing horrible shit, unless they witness that firsthand. And I have seen people deal with a lot of issues in this life, and some of them are pretty horrific. And I feel like that plays a small part in my ability to be empathetic and really open myself up to thinking about these things. And I think there are a lot of people who are simply not capable of that. It's the "it could never happen" crowd. It's the they'd never let that happen. You know, people don't understand unless they see it. and we're making it so they can't see it. I don't know. Because let's not, for 1 second, let's not think that there is any doubt in anyone's mind that the Holocaust happened. But given the setup of media that's been going on for the last 10 or 15 years, you could conceivably have to convince somebody that millions of people were killed. Because people just don't believe that can happen, man. Because everything is so controlled and everything is so surveilled here. That can't happen here. We got all these checks, we got all these balances. People wouldn't, there's not the, we can't, but there's not. It's the individuals along the chain. Nobody says no, and then fuckers, people end up dying. It's crazy. It's fucking insane. So there's that. Anyway. Sure, stuff happens to other people in other places in another time. And we sort of try to distance ourselves from that time while holding on to the shit that's convenient, like Little House on the Prairie. Because that's comfortable for us. Oh, it's a tale of American doing good. You know what else was a tale of America doing good? Liberating concentration camps. Not fucking building them in Cuba. I don't know. Someone would have said something. Surely. You're telling me they built a gas chamber and nobody said anything? You telling me that they were secretly out there building away from people for a good long while because there was no oversight and they were able to build all these things and nobody really said anything about? Oh, that's crazy. Nobody gets to watch them build a detention center in Cuba, goddammit. Like, that's the point. It's not on American soil. Which is really terrifying, man. And on top of the fact that 30,000 people are not going to be, moved to Guantanamo Bay. That would be one of the most expensive movements of humans probably in history. But Zowie, that's an excellent point, folks. And we're going to get onto good news in a second. But, Zowie, I'm going to say something and I don't mean to be alarmist. But, you're right. It's too expensive to move these. Well, they're not really people, are they? But they're really expensive to move around. There's got to be an easier way to do this. I'll tell you what. I'm going to turn around, and then when I turn back, if these... they're not people, so if they're not there, it doesn't matter, right? Okay. Well, they're not people, so... They're criminals. They deserve to die. Right? It's the American way. We take care of criminals here. So that's the steps, folks. That's step by step how you can reasonably go from saying that a bunch of people are criminals eating your cats and dogs to then trying to ship them across an ocean where there is zero oversight or accountability. And then if everyone died in the passage, nobody would be able to know. Nobody would be able to tell. There would be no records. There would be nothing, man. Oh, a ship full of migrant lawbreakers sunk? That's what happens when you break the law. Sometimes you end up on a sinking ship. Because, you get the capital punishment for being brown around here. Or really just, not white. So. Rusted, likewise, which is why I try to use my... Why am I wearing my hat? That's stupid. That's why I try to use my platform for good and fucking... responsibly. But I digress, folks. We've had good conversations. We've had difficult conversations this morning, and I appreciate all of you sticking through them with me and with us in good faith. Because that is the only way we get through this shit. That's the only way, in my mind, to deal with this, as it goes on. It sucks, but we can't not talk about it. And I try to keep it to a minimum. We'll talk about shitty cookies and Dunkin' Donuts and stuff, but, there's real stuff going on. And it's important that you all know that. And I have a very large ego, so I feel like I am well positioned to assist with that. I'm also autistic, and I like to synthesize information. But yes, in a term that in a quote that is absolutely the president of the goddamn United States said, and I quote, that dwarves, amputees, and epileptics are the DEI hires at the FAA. What in the 1937 the fuck is that? We don't call people that anymore. Yeah, and he goes, what, do you want me to go swimming? Right in the... God, man. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. So somebody asked him if he was going to visit the crash site, which is... He didn't even get DEI right. That spells DEA. Shell, you're missing something there, and I will fill you in later. I think. We got the last president who was falling asleep, and this one is grandpa's no one invites to parties. Winter, you actually believe that? Do you actually believe the bullshit about that Biden falling asleep is like... I need you to understand... I need you to understand, with zero judgment in my heart, that when you make a statement like that, what you're doing is creating an equivalency of their behaviors. Like, I just want to make sure we all understand that. I also don't think he was really falling asleep, but if he was, he's an old-ass man. That's what they do. And Trump is going to start falling asleep, and then one day he's going to fall asleep permanently. I hope. Anyway. An hour ago, should you try for 28 books in February? Huh! You have to go to work, sir. You're going to miss the lighter talk. Oh, no, the show's wrapping up. It actually is going to end on a horrible note, and then I'm going to go on to TikTok. Is probably. Folks, should M try for 28 books in February? As Chili Bean sees it, the answer is yes. Everyone say hello to Chili Bean this morning. Hello, Chili Bean. We are telling the future, and Emma's going to read her ass off. Or her eyeballs out. You're going to read your eyeballs out of your head? A book a day? Mm-hmm. You have anything else to discuss? No, folks. Are we going to survive the next 4 years? You will if you stick here, folks. I will save you. Send me all of your money. Oh, damn it. No. Shell, I swapped out the script for the megachurch pastor. Oh, here's the one. At 7 p.m. Eastern, folks, I'll be live right back here, playing music and singing some of your favorite tunes. I do hope you have a swell rest of your day. Folks, give me some of your good news. What's up, Amy? Amy McCracken. I'm going to be on TikTok in a second. Give me some good news. Good news. Good news. Happy music night? No, it's all going to be sad and depressing. The fuck? What do I play that's not... Anyway... You got nothing? Odd behavior. Come up with something. Nah, Casey, that's not going to fly. You know, I thought about letting that fly. That's not going to fly. I've been telling you all forever. If the answer is no, you don't need to put something in there. Casey, come up with something. There's not a single fucking thing in your life that's going well. Nothing you can conceive of. Finally working the hellish week is over. I'm all about it. Irish coffee when you get home before dinner? Hell yes. Your friends signed up their library finally at you pushing. Very good. Get the house to yourself? I'm all about it. Jess has a surgery date. Miso. Got a new plushie to bring up the vibes. I'm all about it. Jackie, you registered for your first healthcare conference. Yo! Very good, very good, very good. Winter ended a toxic dynamic. Very good. People suck sometimes. I'm sorry you had to go through that. You woke up today. Punny, I'm all for it. Thank you for gracing me with your presence. Your friend and you are getting your nails done tomorrow and grabbing lunch. You should get black nails. Lottie, going to London next week and we'll see the Harry Potter play, the Chris Child, and have Sherlock Holmes afternoon tea. That sounds like a lovely time. I do hope you enjoy it. Oh, I think it's going to rain here, so hopefully that doesn't throw my head off. Anyway. Good news, better when you didn't get your play partner sick. I'm all about that. Rest of the time, you get to spend the day at home. Great, folks. Well, I'm going to do whatever it is I do all day. Give me a good old time. What's my good news? I already gave you all my good news. We've been talking about good news all morning. Mods, thank you very much. I will catch you all in a few. Yo, Cheese Bev. We love a raise. All right, bye, y'all. I'm going to be on TikTok in a little bit. I've got a couple of videos I'm going to post today. Some informational ones, give you some good info. We'll have some conversations.